Morning, YouTube. Steve here. Oh, it is August 15th, about 6:30, quarter till, something like that. Sitting here in the corn line at South Bend. Quiet morning so far. A little bit cool here in northwest Indiana. It's going to be a little bit warm here for the next day or two. Not crazy warm, but a little bit warm. I guess I didn't do a video yesterday. South Bend didn't take corn yesterday, so when I got here there wasn't hardly any line at all. And by the time I ate my sausage sandwich for breakfast, I was already through the DDG line, and so I really didn't have a whole lot of time when I got here. And then when I got over to Ozinga, they were off 80. That's what they load on a barge. You got to call ahead because they don't have a very big parking lot. So you call ahead. You're supposed to actually go to a truck stop and then call. The truck stop not too far away. But you don't call, you text. But yesterday and the day before, I did 2 days of that. I just went over there and I texted him when I was on the way, and he texted right back, "Come on in." So I didn't have to go to the truck stop, and when I got there 2 days ago, I had to wait just a little bit. I mean, when I say a little bit, like 5 minutes. And then yesterday, I didn't have to wait at all. There was a spot for me to start dumping as soon as I got there. And then after that, I said I wasn't there very long, and then when I go to Grant Park, I'm in and out of there. No time to do a video then. And then I got home. I was going to do a video by the corn feeder, deer corn feeder. I took my camera and my tripod and everything down there, and because I was putting new batteries in the trail cameras. Hopefully I get you some pictures of that. But the mosquitoes were so bad, and I didn't take my mosquito dope with me, so that was a no-go. That Ozinga's weird. Not weird in a bad way, just weird in a weird way. So it's on the Des Plaines River, and it's a big steel grate, and you can fit barely, but you can do it, 3 trucks side by side over that pit. And now I've kind of learned the code a little bit. There's actually 3 conveyors underneath that, and there's 3 conveyors that run over and dump into a barge. All 3 conveyors combine into one and dump into a barge. So when you pull on that grate, you want to make sure you're dumping not on one of the conveyors that one of the other trucks are dumping on, because then that way you can dump, right away. But I guess from what the boys said that was running the paperwork, they don't have a scale or anything, so they just use your paperwork from the last place, or from where you loaded. But and the grate holes are bigger than that, pretty big. My foot, I'm not gonna say my foot would fall in, but it was big. They were a lot bigger than like at a corn place. So I was talking to the boy that did the paperwork, and he said normally they do stone there. That's why those grates are so big. They load stone onto a barge. I don't know where the stone goes, but he said the DDGs are a lot better because they pay more. He said they don't do them very often, but they've done them a fair bit the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks. He said they did. What do you say? They did 2 barges 2 weeks ago. They did 1 barge last week and 2 barges this week. I don't know if a barge is just one of those big things, or if a barge is more than one put together and they just call it one. I don't know how that works. But he said that just goes up into Chicago someplace. I thought it'd go far away. He goes, no, it just goes. He didn't tell me where. He just said it just goes up into Chicago. And then they unload it up there. Rather than taking the trucks in there, which just baffles me that they would do that. But stranger thing, I'm not complaining. Like I told him, I'm not complaining. At least we got to work. He said, I'm not complaining either. But so that was kind of interesting how that all worked. It's going to rain today, and thank goodness we need it. It is dry, dry, dry. All the pivots are running. I shouldn't say all, but most of them, especially on the beans. This is when beans are made in August and September in terms of yield. I thought there was a farm auction this weekend, equipment, but it wasn't until next weekend. That brake drags a little bit on this truck. And if I just touch that brake, it makes it go away. I gotta get before we get into the full swing of harvest, I definitely need to get brakes on this truck. I want to get it done before winter anyway. Well, this end of the year I got to get a truck inspection. And the boy that there at the TA, he said, those brakes are good for this year. He said, but they won't pass the next time. So I got to get that done. And then I had a bracket crack on my front axle that the brake connects to. One of those things that DOT always says, check for cracks in your brake thing. I have one. I've never seen one on one of those brakes, but I ordered it 2 days ago, and I got it in yesterday. Oh, it was only $120, something like that. It wasn't too bad. I'm hoping I can change that without having to take the front tire off. I don't know if I can or not. That's Saturday's job. It's safe to drive. The DOT probably wouldn't like it if he crawled underneath there and seen a crack in that thing. But we'll get that done on Saturday. And otherwise, everything's going good on the truck. I'm moving up in the line. Something else I was going to talk about this morning. I don't remember what it was. I seen another. Well, I haven't seen one long-range weather forecast that is not calling for cool weather this winter. They're all calling for a cool fall and a cooler and snowier than normal winter. So I got to start getting serious about getting some of that stuff done. But anyways, there's a DDG truck coming around. I gotta have somebody work on this radio of mine. I'm not sure if I got it set right, because I haven't heard one person squawk yet on there. Really? Oh, we're at 9:14 already. Oh, anyway, all right, everybody. Just checking in this morning. Hope everybody has a good day. And God bless till next time.